skin tone.
There you go.
So come on over here. So this is our vacuum former. There's a couple things you're going to have to practice before you actually start using it. It has these little knobs, and they turn. One turns this way, counterclockwise. This one's clockwise. This one's counterclockwise. So you need to be able to practice locking it in place, and then unlocking it and dropping it down. So I want you to practice that first. Locking it in place, and then unlocking it and getting it to drop down. So we're going to lock it up in place. This is where the heating element goes. If you look under there, there's a heating element. This has a locking mechanism. And it's a vacuum. Now if I turn it on, you're going to hear it really loud. It's a vacuum. And this one turns on the heating element. So when the light is on, that means the heating element's turned on. Some of the we have another one that has just one button that does both things. So the first thing we're going to do is take apart the protective blue layers. And we're going to put it in here. It fits in there nicely, and then you just put it up here, lock it in place, put it in there. Make sure you lock it up and nice and high. Now these are ready to go. They already have the block out. And I trimmed them a little further so now that they fit the horseshoe inside the horseshoe. I'm going to put them in here. Like so. So one sheet is enough to do both upper and lower whitening trays. Okay. We're going to put the heating element on top. It's going to heat the plastic. Okay, now we're going to turn on the heat. Now when we work from this part, we're going to sit down because we need to watch it at eye level. What's going to happen as it heats up, the plastic is going to drop. Once it drops about an inch past the edge of this, then you can actually do the magic. It happens very quickly. So when the plastic melts enough to drop to here, we're going to turn off the heat, move it over, and then we turn on the vacuum. So it takes a minute or so, especially when it's cold. The machine's cold right now. So you have to be at eye level. So I'm watching it right from here, not from the top. It first starts rippling a little bit as it gets warm, and then it will drop.
Starting to ripple.
It's starting to ripple. And it goes from ripple to dropping an inch really quickly. And it's just getting ready to drop. Can you see the changes?
Yeah, it's starting to turn into a bubble.
It's starting to drop. There it goes. And it's dropping. It's about 1/4 of an inch, about 1/2 an inch. It's about an inch now. We're going to drop this down, release it, drop it, move this over, turn on the vacuum. Talk over the loudness of that, but you want to wait about 30 minutes to 30 seconds to 60 seconds. I moved the heat out of the way. I turned off the heat. And then you can open it up. You can take it out of there, and now you're going to let it cool off. And then we're going to start the next part of the video in a second.